this group is capable of? Are you more glad that it showed up, or agonizing at times that it took?
Oh, both. I mean, our consistency has been really shady throughout the year. So, no, I'm really happy that, we performed the way we did, but also disappointed. But you saw the difference that Jermaine and Key made, being able, but the energy level overall from everybody. Nate helped us get a good start. Dante was phenomenal tonight. We had 50-some deflections. Heck, we haven't even got close to that all year. So out-rebounded by 10. The things that we've got to do to be successful, beat them in every category: points off turnovers, points in the paint, second chance, fast break. So just a different ball club. We were bad the other night, and we were good tonight. And I don't want to take anything away from Arizona State because they just kicked our ass. But we were different tonight.
Where did that energy come from?
Well, I hold pride. I'm disappointed in our maturity and the fact that we can't do that every game. Our discipline to do it every game. But talk to them about, who are we? What do we want to be known for? This is what we've always done. And so, again, it was just a great effort. But the guys really responded, and they showed their competitiveness. Played with tremendous energy, and the crowd was great. There were a lot of factors, but when Dante made the steal and the N1 play, that's the most electricity we've had in our building, and so we've got to give them something to cheer about. But the students, the fans, were really good.
They have more of a freedom, though, to cut it loose. I mean, now this is like the first week you've had probably all your anticipated regulars available at the same time. I think you had played 9 guys less than 4 minutes in. Could you say to the guys, could they understand?
Well, we talked about that. I think we had 2 or 3 fouls at the halftime against Arizona State and didn't even come close to guarding anybody. Yeah. So, all you guys are acting like you're going to play 40 minutes and you're afraid to touch somebody. If we foul, we foul, but we're going to have to play a little bit. And so I thought our physicality was a lot better tonight. And you got to be physical with them. With those 2 big guys inside, you've got to be physical with them. And so I thought our physicality was better.
As much as you guys scored 80-plus points, how impressive was your defensive performance?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, like I said, we made some baskets, but we get 15 fast break because we get some turnovers. We had some second chance points because we were going to the boards. And then Jermaine throws one in from half court, or 3/4 court, whatever it was. And he goes 6 for 9 from 3. So, all those things change, how your team looks. But I thought he and Key made some mistakes, but he played hard and gave us some energy. And, Waldo did a nice job, defensively. So, I thought we had a lot of good performances. And, Key had 5 assists. Will had 5 assists. That's those 2 guards, getting some assists really helped us.
You said tonight was probably going to be a late night for the staff, and then you had to get back to work and hopefully see a different team. Can you maybe walk us through what the last 40 hours or so were like for you and everybody else to kind of coax this?
Oh, don't sleep, and get up Friday morning and just take off down Interstate 5. I didn't know if I was going to stop or not. I couldn't sleep, so made it close to Roseburg. But, just trying to think, clear my head. What do we got to do to get them going? The staff's great. You're disappointed in yourself when you can't get a team to play hard. That's, as a coach, that's your first responsibility. And so it just drives me nuts and bothers me the most when we don't compete. We've played bad before and lost games, but our competitiveness can't can't be what it was Thursday night or the previous Thursday night against Colorado. I mean, that's just not basketball. That's not what we want, what we can have. We can't tolerate that. That's non-negotiable. Can't have those kind of efforts. But how do you get that across to your team? You know, it doesn't do any good for my staff to know it. Me bark at them. You know, it doesn't do us any good. How did we get it across to your team? And I knew yelling and screaming at him wasn't going to do it, so you know, we just talked about who are we, challenge him a little bit with, you know, when we've won, you know. We're about, you know, when we hold people under 70, I think we're about 90%, aren't we, winning games? When we out-rebound people, we're about 90% winning games. I never claimed to be very smart, but 90% is good. And, you know, if playing hard, you can accomplish those things even if you don't shoot it well, because you're not going to shoot it well every night. And that's probably what I've been disappointed in. When we don't hit shots, we give in to it. And again, that's another sign of a poorly coached team. You don't play hard and you give into it, you know, you either got a bad coach or he's not getting through to his players. And so, you know, disappointed, you know, myself, and because we, you know, those kind of efforts, those hurt. Now, that hurts your program. And so to see him respond like that, you know, is great. It's great, you know. But consistency, maturity, you know, toughness, what are we going to do Wednesday at Cal, which has traditionally been a tough place for us to play, or Stanford, which is a tough place for us to play.
So those are sort of the things that are, you mentioned maturity, those are sort of the things that when you have a heavy freshman group can come across. And 4 years ago when Will and Francis and CJ and all those guys were freshmen, that was a frustrating year, but you had a lot of freshmen, and Bowl and Lou and those guys. Peyton was a junior. This is not a heavy freshman group, so why has it been that, injury aside, that's been a challenge?
Well, that's part of it, and you know, Dante and Will are really the guys who've been around. Nate, you know, Jermaine hadn't been around. Valdo's 1 year. Keyshawn's new. Brennan's new. Khalil's new. You know, yeah, we got some old guys. A lot of them haven't been here. You know, but that's going to be part of it moving forward, James. You're not going to have a Final Four team that guys 3 and 4 years were together. You know, I just college basketball's changed, and you're going to have guys coming and going. But yeah, we got some old guys, but you know, Jermaine hadn't been out there. Keyshawn out 6 weeks. Jermaine out 10 weeks. Nate's been out. And I know that's an excuse. But to answer your question, those guys haven't been here. You know, when we had some things that we took pride in, those guys have been here for a few years. You know, and that consistency, you know, was there. And but you know, they were challenged today, and they played awfully well, because Arizona's a really good team, and you know, we just played really good today. I'm not sure that they played poorly. I just think we played really good.
Considering the opponent and the context of what this game meant, like would it be out of turn to say that what you got from Dante tonight was as impactful as what you've gotten from a 5? And
without a doubt. No, 22 and 10, 9 for 11, 4 for 4 from the line, 2 blocks, 3 steals. No, absolutely. He was really good. I mean, he and Jermaine, you know, Will was solid, but he and Jermaine, you know, just got us that separation. I mean, 9 for 11, and Jermaine, like I said, 6 for 9, 9 for 14. You know, offensively, those guys really separated us, but defensively, it was everybody. And even if we wouldn't have shot it so well tonight, I think defensively we'd have been right there.
When they tied the game up at like 45 seconds into the second half, I think you guys went on like a 12-3 run. What got you guys back into that groove?
What? Jermaine hit a 3, right? You know, they hit 2 3. Jermaine hit one, kind of got us, you know, and so, no, we needed a bucket there. You know, if they go boom, 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 you know, it would really put a damper in it. But no, we got a couple buckets down and then got the energy going again defensively. But like I said, you out-rebound somebody by 10. I know you guys get tired of hearing it. You've been around me too long. But you out-rebound somebody by 10, and, you know, their shooting percentages 37, 36, you know, hold somebody under 40% and hold them under 70. You know, the formula doesn't change for the University of Oregon. You know, that's who we are. And so we won a lot of games playing really poor offensively, but just focused on those two things.
How do you make sure that this matters going forward? I mean, we saw you guys get a big win over Utah last weekend and then turn around to Arizona State. How do you?
Oh, there's no guarantees. I mean, those guys are going to have to, you know, come like with that edge that they came with Friday and Saturday. You know, like I said after the game the other night, it's in the locker room. Coaching staff's not going to change. We're not going to change our preparation. You know, we can't change 31 times for 31 games. It's, you know, this next game. We got to stay the same. You know, you think, well, we were more fired up. We didn't do anything different. Well, we prepared the same way. Didn't scream and yell at them. Didn't practice for 2 hours yesterday. We took the same amount of time that we always do. Did the same things we always do. They made the adjustment. And they played their tail off. And Dante was really good, and Jermaine was really good, but the rest of the guys defensively really played well.